Let me ask you something. Have you ever used hair oil religiously, massaged your scalp, did everything right, and still watched your hair get thinner? Well, here's the part no one tells you. Most hair oils don't fail because they're bad. They fail because their molecular structure does not match your scalp. And once you understand this, you'll never oil your scalp the same way again. By the end of this video, you'll know why some oils feel nourishing but silently damage the hair follicles, why oils sit on the scalp instead of working with it, and how hair loss often begins at the molecular bond level and not hormones. Stay with me because this is where everything changes. Your scalp is not just skin. Most people think the scalp is just skin with hair on it. It's not. Your scalp is a living, communicating tissue made up of proteins, lipid, water, minerals, electrical signals. And all of this is held together by molecular bonds. There are four main ones. Covalent bonds, these give structure. Hydrogen bonds, these control hydration and flexibility. Ionic bonds, these regulate signaling and healing. Lipid bonds, these protect the barrier and follicles. Hair growth depends on these bonds staying intact. When they're disrupted, hair doesn't just shed, it slowly stops growing properly. So here's the real question. What happens when you put something on the scalp that cannot bond with this system? Why heavy oils clash the scalp? Most traditional hair oils are made up of large triglyceride molecules. That means long carbon chains, rigid structures, and poor polarity. In simple terms, they're too big and too stiff to integrate with the scalp tissue. Instead of bonding, they sit on top. And when something sits on top of the scalp, oxygen exchange drops. Sweat and toxins get trapped. Calcium signaling breaks, and inflammation quietly builds. The oil feels rich, but the follicle feels stressed. Now, let's talk about the oils everyone swears by and why they often backfire. Oils that don't match the scalp molecular bond. Castor oil. This one is praised consistently, but chemically extremely vicious. Strong self-bonding hydrogen networks. Poor penetration into scalp tissue. Instead of supporting follicles, it forms a film. That film traps inflammatory signals, disrupts ionic balance, weakens follicle communication. Shedding often increases, and people call it a detox. It's not detox, it's a molecular mismatch. Number 2, coconut oil. Coconut oil penetrates hair fiber well, but the scalp is different. It's saturated structure. It becomes rigid at the scalp temperature, stiffens lipid layers, reduces flexibility of the barrier. Long term, this can increase dryness and microinflammation, good for strands and bad for compromised scalps. Number 3, olive oil. This one surprises most people because it has high oleic acid that disrupts ceramide organization. That means barrier breakdown, increased scalp irritation, weaker follicle anchoring, especially problematic in androgenetic alopecia, telogen effluvium, and dandruff-prone scalps. Next, butter, like shea cocoa. These are simply too large. They block follicular openings. They reduce oxygen diffusion. It creates follicle stress. The scalp isn't designed for solids, so if these oils don't work, what does the scalp actually recognize? So we're going to talk about what does the scalp bond with. The scalp prefers biomimetic lipids, molecules that resemble natural sebum. These oils are smaller, flexible, and semi-polar. They are able to integrate into lipid lamellae. For example, jojoba oil, wax ester, not a triglyceride. Squalene, flexible, oxygen-friendly. Meadowfoam seed oil, hemp seed oil with MCT seed oil. These oils support hydrogen bonding, stabilize lipid layers, and reduce inflammation, improve follicle signaling. They don't sit on the top. They become part of the system. Hair loss isn't just hormonal, it's structural and biochemical. When scalp bonds break down, blood flow signaling weakens, stem cell niches shrink, and follicles miniaturize. And no oil can fix hair if it never bonded with the scalp in the first place. So here's the truth most people never hear. An oil can be natural and still be wrong for your scalp. Hair growth begins when the scalp barrier is respected. Molecular bonds are supported. Inflammation is reduced at the root level. So stop asking, is this oil popular? And start asking, does this oil match scalp biology? And that is how I have different results from everyone using this duo. Because powerful hair comes from powerfully functioning scalp. If this video changed how you think about hair oils, leave a comment and let me know in the comments below. And remember, your scalp isn't broken, it's just been misunderstood.